underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, that's a toughie, but I'll go for big Giorgio Chiellini. He may not go about his business in the most stylish fashion, but he's a dogged, committed competitor who won't back down without a fight. He's also a very big threat when it comes to set plays.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Matuidi. There will be a throw-in. Miguel Veloso. Looks like a good ball through. Deflected behind for a corner kick. He's had a go! Great effort, but no way through.
Juventus going for goal!
It's bounced back off the post. He certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Long and high towards the flank. Mandzukic with a shot! Oh, he couldn't get hold of it. Aguirre. Ball's loose, who's getting there? So what's he planning here? Heads it! Goal! What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Deportivo take the lead, 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Szczesny can pick that up, and it's Mandzukic. Miguel Veloso did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Miguel Veloso battles to win it back. Lovely feet, spreads it wide. That is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Deportivo come in, having established that lead. A game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. So we're just settling back into this second half. Deportivo carry a one-goal lead into the second half. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Plays it long. Plays a clever pass. Nedved. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are.
He's gone for it! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Oh, smart save. And out to safety.
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No.
It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind.
Changes here from both sides, in fact. Keeper has beaten it away. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Deportivo, their final change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Plays it back. Now it's Gomes. It's anyone's ball. It's a carbon copy of their previous miss.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Forward it goes. Mkhitaryan.
Deportivo can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
That intervention was very necessary. Looks to slip it through, looking to shoot! He scores! 2 up and threatening to pull clear! Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Deportivo can be very happy with a job well done, an efficient win for which the players simply did enough. So what do you take away from it all, Jim? The warmest of welcomes to all of you around the globe. We're just about ready to get going. The players will be with us very shortly. The teams then, Deportivo against Inter. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Here's how the teams line up. So off we go then. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I'm going to say Jesus Navas, because while so many wingers operate on their unnatural side these days, he's like a throwback to the past. Play.
Well, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Gomis tries to dink it in, pushes it out wide. He's left his man, has a shot! They've scored!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Inter Milan didn't expect this, that's for sure. What can they do now? So they got the only goal to make it 1-0. And that's a goal kick. And the weighted pass. Shade too heavy, keeper can pick that up. Nani. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, sweet feet from him there. It'll be a throw-in. Gomis. Pella. Makaleli. Pella. Looks like a good ball through. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. And it's Dembele. Nani did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Pella going through, tries to up for the header, went with his head but couldn't steer it in. Oh look, I don't... The referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Deportivo come in, having established that lead, a game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, has a swing at it! He scored! 2 up and threatening to pull clear! He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
There's the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for them.
Deportivo get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
He's having a look round. Nani heads it! Superb from Dembele! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! A great delivery and a finish to match.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Checks on the touchline, a change about to occur. Inter Milan get themselves back into contention.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
Into the channel, Jesus Navas.
Inter are definitely going about this the right way.
This isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Gorgeous control there. Valero gets it away. Deportivo making another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body...
And the finish!
Deportivo are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Looks to thread it through. Massive leap! Decent enough try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
It so nearly came off for him.
Well, Peter, I think it's fairly obvious. He's one of the biggest influences out there.
Now it's Nani. Nicely controlled. Keeper's ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Deportivo have held on. A knife-edge game, a single goal margin, but they have won it. The warmest of welcomes to all of you around the globe. We're just about ready to get going. The players will be with us very shortly. And our live game is Deportivo against PSV. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Forward it goes. Is it in? Oh, just wide.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered. Sometimes that's exactly the requirement to give you the early edge. Now for more.
David Luiz. Gets in the field. Tries a through ball. In towards the middle. Oh, and he's asking too much with that. And it's Gomes. Hurls himself at it! Brave effort, total commitment.
A good attempt. The ball was at a lovely height too.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Looks to dink one in. So it is still 0-0. He's had a go! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Heads it! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Aguirreche. Now the pass. Can he score? They've scored! And it's Deportivo who take the lead.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Deportivo take the lead, 1-0.
Still a fragile lead though, they can't afford to sit on this.
Van Ginkel. Questions were asked, and he's given the answers. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Deportivo, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time. Shapes to shoot! He's got away with one there.
That's just front foot enforcement. Pressure leads to mistake, leads to chance.
Oh, he really wanted that.
But that's the motivation and enthusiasm.
Has a hit! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
It so nearly came off for him.
Yeah, and you can feel and hear how the crowd are reacting to all of this. This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opened.
In with a header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Oh, he really wanted that.
Well, Peter, I think it's fairly obvious. He's one of the biggest influences out there.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So what now? Deportivo seeking to correct a bad recent habit of conceding goals around this time. Has a pop! Wonderful from Gomes! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Gomes with a predatory goal.
Oh, look, there's only one player who merits all the praise for that. Not only did he finish it, but his instincts for being where he was are absolutely top-notch.
PSV making another change here. Deportivo get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
Well, no doubt someone is being given special... He'll have a dip! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, that ought to have wrapped it up, Peter. He may well regret that, you know.
Hits one! They are rampant! And they are cruising away! Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. And that's it. Deportivo were irresistible here. Dominant.